We go from the 1,000 metres of race number 1 to the 2,200 metres of race number 2. It remains a Class 5 event. And in the second race, Dazzling Fellow, he's on the class drop, goes to this distance for the first time. Helene Allabor placed over 2,000 at last start. Vincey still holds the track record for the 2,200 round the Valley. Loyal Ambition won over this distance off a rating of 31. Fortune Triple last start winner carries an extra £5. Baron Z raced wide last time, and Shiny 2 at the bottom has gone in his last what will be 4 starts, 1,600, 1,000, 1,200 up to 2,200, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know where his future lies, to be honest. Shiny 2, and he's only at just over 20 to 1. He should be maybe 6 times that on what he's done so far. But Cable Speed, Singapore Spirit, the top 2 maybe in this. Looks a little tricky for Loyal Ambition. He covered a lot of ground in the early stages last time out. Baron Z, Helene Allabor, Dazzling Fellow, Paul should get a good run from 7.
Yeah, I think he will. Now, Singapore Spirit hasn't raced past 1,400 metres here in Hong Kong, so straight up to 2,200 metres. Look, the stable likes their horses to go forward, so I'm not exactly sure where he'll be, but I thought he'd go forward with him. And Cable Speed's had 2 runs over 2,200, and he's led in both of them, so I think he'll go forward.
There's a lot of horses going up significantly in distance right throughout the meeting, not just in this particular race, Tom. As we go back to a last start winner, Fortune Triple, Vincey and Classic Archie the closest to him.
Yeah, so what happened in this race? Fortune Triple made the move around the outside, and he got first run on Vincey, who had to get around that horse in the black and red on the inside there, and just cost Vincey a little bit of momentum. I think that was probably the difference really at the line, but he's one of the best rated horses on the card, Paul, is Vincey. Last went off 74, 812 days ago.
Yeah, it's a while. With him. Look, I've got him in on a place line. Classic Archie's come out and run again and run well since. He's had a couple of seconds, so both those two go in, but on a minor line.
He's certainly improving in Class 5 is Classic Archie. Helene Allabor, Paul, he's up to a start 24 in Hong Kong, and this placing last time behind Billionaire Secret up in grade.
Yeah, it's got to carry the weight. Helene Allabor did arrive on a rating of 78. Helene Allabor, and he's now down to this rating of 39, so it's fair to say he's been disappointing.
Yeah, he has been disappointing. He's in the top 4 on this sort of effort. If he can't win a race like this, I don't know where he does win a race, Helene Allabor. It's desperation stakes for a few of these, I feel.
Super Hong Kong, who finishes second in that race, has come out and won since, so the form around him is okay, but he was beaten a couple of lengths home there by Super Hong Kong. Next up, Tom, Classic Archie again. Baron Z, he's had a start since without too much luck, and Cable Speed doesn't mind the trip.
Yeah, he has placed twice, course and distance. He's another one that's fighting for his career off a rating of 24 here. Made some ground in this effort. Baron Z's a 21 start maiden, so you can deal me out of him. And the other one here, Paul, Classic Archie, I think, has got some interest because he'll win a race like this.
Yeah, exactly. He's a real star. Look, I'm going to put Cable Speed on a very minor line because the 2,200 metres is okay for him. And as I say, he has led, and he went back that day and ran on nicely.
He draws barrier number 9 this week, and some track work, Paul, because Dazzling Fellow, he lost the rider 2 starts ago, then ran 7th behind Turquoise Alpha, but he does enjoy Class 5.
Yeah, and the other thing about him is the distance. I mean, he did run over 1,800 metres and then ran a second, a really good second. He's had 3 runs since. Now he steps up to 22. He looks a star to me.
Yeah, so he's had a couple of placings. He'll be there or thereabouts. I think he's my idea of the winner here as well. Barry number 7, he should get that nice run through, and so maybe this is the sort of trip that he's been crying out for.
Don't like this, you two agreeing again. It's much better when you fight. It's better for the ratings. All right, so race 2, number 1.
Yeah, exactly. So he's on top to beat Classic Archie. I think Dazzling Fellow, he's a big price at the moment. We saw one of the stable runners get absolutely punted off the boards, Lucky Missile. And I wonder if there'll be money for Dazzling Fellow. Classic Archie there for second, Vincey for third, hasn't won for a long time, and Cable Speed. 1, 5, 4 and 8.
Yeah, Dazzling Fellow as well, dropping in grade here. It looks well placed, and here he is with the informed David Hall stable for Brenton of Dulla. Vincey goes in. Classic Archie, the one we probably disagree on, is Helene Allabor. As I said, if he doesn't front up this time, he doesn't win a race. 1, 4, 5 and 2.
It's all about Dazzling Fellow. Race 2, number 1 in the second.